Hi guys. Okay, today we are going to be doing 20 products I am getting rid of. Let's jump off the bat. The first one is an eyeshadow palette. If you've seen this review, this is the Mini Pro palette by Beauty Creations, Volume 4. If you've seen my review, you know why I'm getting rid of this palette. It is chalky. It's not the best formula in the world for me personally, and I can choose to be picky right now. So it's not something I will reach for or use, and I just don't need it in my collection anymore. I will have the video of the review linked down below. Anything that I'm getting rid of that I have done a complete review on, I will link it down below for you guys. Because the next couple are foundations, and I've done reviews on quite a few of these. This first one is the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Skin Tint. Yeah, this left my skin looking absolutely terrible. It had like weird balls of foundation on my skin. It was not good at all. So we're getting rid of that. And then this one is the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I've just learned that I don't like the stick formula. I'm wearing it today. It just wears really weird on my skin, and I don't like it. It's not for me. And then the next one, there's nothing wrong with this. I actually really did like this foundation. It's just old and almost gone, and I just don't need it anymore. It's the Sephora Foundy Tint Perfection 10-Hour Wear Perfect Foundation. Looks like this. I have mine in the shade Light. Like I said, I liked it. I just don't need it, and it's getting old, and it's not performing the way it used to. And then a setting spray I do not like at all is the LA Girl Shimmer Spray. It's got flecks of gold shimmers in it. So when you spray it, those go on your face, and they just sit on top of your face, and I don't really want gold glitter flakes on my face because they are noticeable. So that is a no from me. And the next product is a highlighter. This is the Farsali Jelly Beam Highlighter. So you open it up and it looks like this. It's a jelly formula. It's a really pretty formula. However, it's starting to dry out. And it's a little dark for my skin tone. I don't know if you can see that very well. My lights might be a little too bright. But it's a little too dark for my skin tone if I wear it on my cheeks. It is noticeable, and it's a dark stripe on my cheek. Not something I need. And then the next one is another highlight. This is the Stila Kitten Heaven's Hue Putty Highlighter. Looks like this. It's a really pretty highlighter. It is a putty, so when you like press it, it's a putty. But it's another one that's just way too dark for my skin tone. I'm very fair-skinned, so I have to be careful with my highlighters because if not, they are too dark. It's a really pretty shade though. It's right up here. Absolutely stunning. It's just too dark for my skin tone and not wearable for me personally. And then we have a lot of blushes in here because I did go through my blush drawer and decide that I didn't want all of these in my collection anymore. This one though is the Dominique Cosmetics Skin Gloss Highlighter. I'm getting rid of this because I have this in a palette already and I don't need a full size if I'm keeping the palette. So it's another kind of just a glossy formula. And you rub your finger into it, looks like this, and it's just pretty much like a fancy Vaseline for the skin, but in a good way. That's what it looks like. It's just a very wet-looking highlighter. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not something I need the full size in if I'm keeping the palette that this is in. And then let's move on to blush. This is all blush. I'm going to go through these quickly, not going to swatch them. The first one I'm getting rid of is this Morphe Blush Trio and Pop of Pink. I just have a lot of blush, and I don't need all of these in my collection. That's what that looks like. Let me see if I can move a light, and you can, there you go. Look at that. You guys can actually see it. Wow. Look at that. They're really, really pretty shades, just not something I need in my collection. Honestly, I have so many blushes that it's just not needed. And then the next one is the Alamore Cosmetics. What is this? The Color Wrap Blush Trio in Fair Light. Again, really, really pretty. They have repackaged this, so it's in different packaging if you were to buy it now. And the shade, I am fair-skinned, yes, but I don't tend to go for blushes like this. I tend to go for more deep and, I don't know, bronzier blushes. I don't really go for light peachy blushes. It's just not my cup of tea. And then this Sleek Makeup Blush palette is in Flame. This is a little too bright for my cup of tea. This is a bright orange red. And this is for someone with much deeper skin than I have. It's just not, I don't know, it's really, really pretty, but I will never be able to wear this enough to keep it in my collection. Just not something I will get a lot of use out of and not something I need. And then we have a couple blushes, then we have a few more blushes that I'm just getting rid of because I don't need them in my collection. I do have a few blushes, though, that I'm getting rid of because I truly just do not like the formula. So another one is the Laura Geller Baked Blush in Brighten. Just one I did not need in my collection. It's a very, very pretty shade, though. And then I have the Note Cosmetics Desert Rose Blush. I've had this one for a long time. And again, it's not a shade I normally reach for. It's a very pretty shade, though. And then we have these two, which were pretty much the same thing. And I had about 10 of these kinds of blushes in my collection, so I just decided to get rid of a couple. This is the Ciate London Pinch Me Blush. And then this is the Pixie by Petra Peach Parfait Blush. Let's hope it'll focus. Look at that. It's really, really pretty. This one is the same thing, really, really pretty. But they are the exact same blush. It's a light pink with gold shimmer. I have so many of these in my collection, and I do not need these. So I'm getting rid of those. And then this one is, I'm pretty sure, the same thing. Yeah, another one. This is the Camellia Blush. It's Eco Fabulous? I don't really know. It's in a little tin like this. And again, it's just one of those very light pink gold shimmer blushes. I have so many of them in my collection, I do not need those. And then 3 blushes that I'm getting rid of because I just don't like the formula or the shade is not correct. The Hourglass blush in Ambient, or the Ambient Lighting Blush in Dim Infusion. Looks like this. This is too light for my skin, and it's a very, very light formula. It's right here. Oh, maybe if I could swatch it in a spot you guys could see. Let's try it on here. It's a very, very light blush. Like, you can barely see it on my skin, and I just do not need that. I don't want a blush that I have to build up for 20 years to get it to show up on my skin. And the same thing with this one. This is the Benefit Georgia blush. I don't like the formula. Looks like this. And it's one of those I have to build up for years to get it to show up on my skin. Like, it's just not anything special, and I don't need it. This one I was disappointed in. It's so expensive. This is the Natasha Denona Blush Duo. This one is in Tutu and Sheer Nude. Tutu is a really pretty shade. This shade, I would honestly keep this just for this shade, but I don't need to do that. Like, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. But this one, this shows up as almost nothing on my skin. Like, I swatched it, and you can't even tell. So that is why I'm getting rid of this, because I just don't reach for it. I don't need to keep it for this one shade when I have that shade multiple times over in my collection. And the last item we are getting rid of is the Ofra Banana Powder. I am very fair-skinned, and banana powder, this dark of banana powder, does not suit my skin at all. I don't know if you can tell. I have it on today. I tried it, but like, look, there's a distinct line where my setting powder under my eyes and my setting powder on my face is. It's just too dark for my skin tone. But you guys, that is everything. Let me know if you have any products that just did not work for you and your, the way you apply makeup, or if you have products that you're upset that they didn't work. Like, I have a few in here. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't work, but let me know what you guys think. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!